based off the fact that this was us getting an original series deal, I wanted to be sure of myself that contractually and also creatively that I met the demands. I wanted to expand the environment of the show. The show takes place in a fictional town called Hopeland, which is also a fictional town that is loosely based off of my upbringing here in Springfield, Massachusetts. Wanted to get the audience to know who the Matumbilas families are, themselves, and then also their extended relatives, as we see in season 2, where Hashim's father comes in and we see the grandparents. And what helped with that was when I went to Tanzania before the start of production. We went to Somanga. Going to Somanga was great because that's where my father's side of the family is, and that's where the Mtumbila tribe is. So, of course, the name of the series is Matumbilas, but the name of my tribe is Mtumbila. Particularly when I walked inside one of the older family members' home. And when we walked inside, it was quite hilarious to me because the interior of his house is amazing. Like, this is in the middle of the village, but you go inside his house and yeah, he got, great electricity, great carpet. So I was like, okay, my favorite color is orange. And I noticed that the color of his home, the walls are orange. The curtains, my second favorite color is purple. The color of his curtains were purple. Who you are as a person is embedded in your roots. And so when you see it in person for the first time, or you get that reminder, then you're like, okay, this is where I come from, and this is what mocked up myself. So checking out that became the creative inspiration of making the living room in the cartoon those exact colors. Something seems off around here. That pretty much became the main inspiration to go into season 2 creatively.
Safi-sana.
So our team for season 2, I've been blessed to work with great people, great like-minded individuals who, all of us came together for one common goal.
My name is Chris Yates, and I play Rajab, Juma Pintu. I also play Lil Young and a couple other characters in the background, homeless guy, different things like that. I've written on some episodes. So yeah, no, it was definitely a big deal because I saw the idea start from, this small thing to like saying, hey, I want to make a cartoon, and not knowing he even knew how to animate or draw or, take the steps to do it, to having a conversation with Little Rel on Instagram about having the cartoon on Quelly TV. It was a really big deal, and it was beautiful to watch from the beginning to where we're at right now, just to see that growth and inspired, all of us that we work with to, take those first steps on projects.
My name is Denise Kumovo, and I'm a voice actor, and the character I play is Zainat, who's the mom, and I'm also a producer on the Matumbilas. How did I get these jobs? Facebook. I got these jobs through a network of bike poke folk, which I love so much. You had a job posting for the voiceover part, and I submitted, and you said yes, and here we are. And after working with you, it was such a good experience, and I wanted to be more involved in the Matumbilas because it's such an amazing script, and it's really funny. And I said, okay, how can I help? And I said, producing is what I do best, so I'll just jump in and help on that end.
Yeah, I'm Amanda Nakayungoro, and I'm a co-producer on the Matumbilas. Zul reached out to me on Clubhouse. It was during the pandemic lockdown days. We just got connected because we're both from Tanzania. I like cartoons. He had a cartoon. He was interested. We just started talking about strategy and marketing, and he was like, you know what, you should be a producer. And I was like, really? I've never been a producer before. And he was like, yeah, I think you'll be good. And I just got on board, and I've been one ever since.
Hello, my name is Gawie, and I am the line producer for the Matumbilas. So the creator of the series, Zul Manzi, is my cousin. We grew up together, and he kind of just took it upon himself to ask me a week later or so if I wanted to be a part of the series as a line producer. He explained the role to me. I did a little bit more research, and I said yes. I automatically said yes, but yeah, I did a little bit more research, found out what a line producer does, and So yeah.
My name is Clayton Sosa. I met Zulfiqar on Instagram. I saw his video clip. A YouTube link was sent in the group Punchline Africa. And, you know, he was a Tanzanian comedian. And I was like, yo, let me check this brother on Instagram. Checked him on Instagram. We got to meet, started communicating. Then he told me he's working on an animation called the Matumbilas. I was like, yo, this is amazing. And he was like, hopefully someday we'll write together the second season. And I was like, I can't wait. Then someday, back in September, got a message. Hey, Clayton, we're about to write the second season. Would you like to join? And I was like, why not?
Hi guys, my name is Joshua Faber. I'm from Tanzania. Basically, I'm based here in Dar es Salaam. First, I met Zul Manzi through Punchline. I think it was 2 years back. He came from the States and then he performed. We just exchanged contacts. We were having conversations, and then I think I got into the project through Clayton Sosa, who is another comic from Arusha. So basically it was through Punchline, Punchline to Clayton, Clayton to Zul. So that's how the whole connection worked out.
You know who I am, Musa. You know, doing the voice acting is really interesting. Doing the writing is rewarding. Hearing, you know, people applying the punch-ups and then they use that to incorporate their own improv, because that gave them an idea.
Those moments are funny as hell, and it's just amazing to be there and write.
Debt? You mean my debts?
So Hashim Matumbila, he's the father, patriarch of the Matumbila family. Hashim, he's like a mix of my dad and my uncles. You know, because I always say these characters, they're character smoothies. So it's like three people that I know in my life blended into one.
Hashim is very much, I feel like he likes to hear himself talk, but that's what makes him who he is.
Oh, so Mona Aisha, you think I'm stingy? Well, let's do it like human nature. Tell me why your brother is stealing gem and you had the money to bail him out.
Fatima, are you really sure that Latifa's 21-year-old son in college still needs to be suckled?
I love Zainat because Zainat is literally all my African aunties. Just all of them like encapsulated. So I had so much fun playing her because in a couple of years that's who I'm going to be. But I have a specific aunt who is basically Zainat. So it was my way of, you know, having some fun poking at her without her knowing. So here we go.
Relax. I already hired someone to be there to help out with the process.
Amka, people, Amka! Promoting indecency is the clear intent of Frosty the Snowman, which symbolizes this unprecedented snowstorm. Knowledge.
Me and Amina, we go way back, you know, spiritually. We definitely have the same point of view. She says all the things I wouldn't say, sometimes. Some things I might think I would say and hold myself back at. So it's really fun to explore the side that just wants to call people out on their BS, that just wants to call out all the ignorance and all the just ignorance that a lot of us have unconsciously like absorbed.
Also enjoyed writing Amina. She reminds me of my little sister.
Toothpaste is white, toilet paper is white, and lotion is white. The government wants you to think that white will make you look fresh. Can't say white. Let me say transparent. Yeah. Tired of getting banned, yeah.
Is it illegal to put my hands on a kid that still wets the bed?
Playing Rajab is kind of like going back to my childhood and reliving some of those childhood experiences, because a lot of that character's story I pulled from, you know, things that actually happened to me as a kid. So it was, it's definitely funny to see and to think back like, oh, like those were funny moments that happened.
Rajab, you know, Rajab very, 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 very much plays the middle child to a T, and Yates does it very, very well in the way that he approaches playing Rajab as the middle child.
Oh no! Relaxer! What have I done? What have I done? Come on, Dad, come on, Dad, come on, Dad, come on.
Playing Zulfiqar is just pretty much playing another version of myself when I was 11. Very innocent, or at least trying to be innocent, asking too many questions that don't need to be asked, allowing white students to touch his hair because he wanted to fit in, which is something that I used to do. The only thing that was missing was I did not wear tap dancing shoes. Playing him, I don't really need to do much with my voice. It's just how I'm talking right now is literally the character, just with a different pitch. So this is Zulfiqar, and this is Zul. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I guess Zulfiqar is having tilapia fish for dinner.
Not the Tripoli!
Ah, Safi-san. This Nick Cannon book has taught me great marketing and to never have a vasectomy.
Playing Juma, I've been around enough of African uncles for some reason. It's just comedy. He's a funny character. He's always trying to make money. So when you take all those things and you put them together, you just have this character. And I feel like I also can relate to Juma because I've had moments where I've thought of businesses and think of ways to create it, but he takes it to another level, and it's hilarious. That's a very funny character. I love playing him.
I have the famous Tanzanian comedian wrote over the comedians to demonstrate our slide.
Motivation.
Mume wangu Juma showed me. Madevi?
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Lee Emler and I play Fatima Pintu on the Matumbilas. This lady, she's like a gossip queen, but then you also see the side where she's like a supportive wife to her husband. And at some point, they're gonna come to the realization where, okay, things aren't going so well, and I wanna be able to bring that softer side, that caring side, to her husband that nobody else sees. And then she kind of just goes back into gossip mode as soon as she's around the women again.
Did you hear Latifah does not own any winter clothes? She thought moving to New England is a brand new England without clothes.
Abdullah! Where's Abdullah? Great photosynthesis!
So I play Uncle Abdullah. He is one of those characters I enjoy playing, mainly because of his voice. Very babied, very pampered around by his older sister, Zainat Matumbila, although Uncle Abdullah is 40.
Zainat, I just do not understand why they did not accept me.
Don't worry, Abdullah. My younger brother, you still have so many things you can do.
Yeah, like stop depending on your sister. Kile kuwa na mafuta mingi sana. Alafu da. Why is everything in the bathroom white?
I played the voice of Mzee Matumbila, that's Hashim's dad.
It was cool to just be a person to consult on the Swahili. I'm not exactly fluent in Swahili, but I can understand it, I can speak it. It was just very it brought me joy to know this is being recorded in Swahili. There's Swahili nuances, the culture is in there.
Where's these? Nilete karanga. Mbufanya haraka basi nilete karanga.
Oh, you know. Gotta get right for the community.
My name is Richie Kamchum, and I am a voice actor on the Matumbilas. Zul had given me some direction on the Devonté character and maybe kind of what to do to prepare. And then once we got there on set that day, I remember talking with Zul and Chris, another executive producer on the show. And we kind of just were figuring it out in real time. I mean, I had the voice that I prepared for, but we were kind of just, it was almost improv. So it was really cool in that way to kind of just get to experiment.
We need to rise up together as a people, to help protect this historical basket in our city of Hopeland. Because first, it's the basket, yeah, and then it's our food pantries.
I got exactly what I needed.
I really enjoyed the process. I played my
two favorite characters, which are Tessie and Mama Harusi. I love Mama Harusi. I don't know, I think Mama Harusi just has like a special place in my heart. So seeing her like alive with my voice, it was very surprising. And I was just like in awe, like, oh wow, that's my voice and that's her. That'll probably be me in like 50 years.
You know, I always had the ideal of like rapping absurd things, like absurdist lyrics, rapping about nothing per se. That's one thing I noticed. People always laugh at that Roaches song, but again, it's absurd to just see a rapper talk about roaches.
Oh man. We just played. I was playing Frank, a nice obese man.
Listen to Mzee Matumbila. Remember as kids back in Tanzania, Mzee's veggie business made him more money than the broke president. Okay, Saba.
Well, my name is Juma. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I just finished rapping my session, and I voiced the characters Latifa, Omar Pintu, and an incidental character that you guys might enjoy.
Well, I want to watch anime. Well, I want to watch anime.
Hello, my name is David Alam Magic. I play Jerome, and he's been a great character. I do not know anybody like him. I actually just mimicked my voice off of what Z said while we was in the recording session.
Just got back from this big tour as being the keyboardist and background vocalist to the one, the only, the legend, the icon.
Honestly, it is something that just came spontaneous. One time I was just with a group of friends and we were just playing this improv game. And all of a sudden I just thought, what if I just made a different voice?
We just got the latest that Hopeland public schools in public schools are now closed. Closed.
Wanted to expand the world, wanted to get the backgrounds better. I did all the backgrounds, all the animations in season 1. So in season 2, I wanted to have the quality to increase. I wanted to have the backgrounds to have more depth with the scenery, more trees, more foliage, have the cars to drive.
My name is Dan Brown. I do a lot of the background work, and I do sort of like, I think of it as technical animation. Like Zul does all the living characters and I do all the environment, non-living stuff pretty much. Challenges mostly, like for example in grease pencil. I thought that grease pencil was gonna be a great technique to, solve a lot of my problems in making like 3D models look 2D, but it was so glitchy and like, when you move the camera around in 3D space, sometimes the grease pencil objects would just glitch out and like pieces of them would disappear. And I ended up deleting a lot of those and just replacing them with a different technique called cell shading, which looks much cleaner and it's just more like a more beautiful technique.
With Character Animator, they installed more different tech stuff, so I wanted the characters to have more mobility rather than being stationary. So the reason why I wanted to reach out to India was because I was getting to a point where I was like getting very overwhelmed. And it's like 5 people, 6 people in there. And it was actually really interesting for me to see that because I was like, wow, like the characters are being illustrated and animated all the way in India. And and it's about a kid just trying to rap in a small town in Massachusetts.
What? No, Yama, no!
Hey, my name is Jumbe Hamza, or Mr. TZ, aka Santi Z Mwana Kiambi. I never did a theme song ever before. So this was kind of like a challenge to me a little bit. I kind of had to like, how do I approach this? I really wanted to make something that was like more catchy and something where you like, at the end of the show, like you're still like Also, I wanted to, of course, incorporate both languages as well. So
I go by Getaway Slick. That's my my alias, obviously, you know, the AKA whole bit. The source of inspiration was some chill music, some Afro beats, and some of the traditional Tanzanian music. I would listen to some of that too. There's some jazz stuff, and just let it flow, and also I just sit with it and let it let the inspiration come naturally.
I'm Felipe, a Brazilian living in Portugal, and I'm the sound designer and sound mixer for the Matumbilas. It's all about adding those little details in scene, especially the ones that people would think that doesn't matter. It's small movement of a character. It does matter. It gives more movement to the scene. So basically, we just add some follies, footsteps, doors closing, everything related to what appears on screen, and we just add based on what we see.
You just don't understand. I was having a spiritual experience in there. Ouch! Ouch!
It's good when you can bring people together and, you know, work towards a common goal, because a lot of times people will, you know, look out for themselves, but this didn't happen with this group of people. It was, you know, we all working to make this episode funny, make this line hit.
Teamwork. So the biggest lesson I got from writing season 2 of the Matumbilas is teamwork really works.
Who would have thought we'd be at Pixar, at New York Film Academy, at all of these places that we're going to, but it's because we believe in each other, we respect each other, we love each other, and so we work hard to make sure that we get what we need.
I can't even find the right words to explain what I felt. And when you have the right team with you, well, you can actually make your dream valid. You can actually see it on big screens. So to me, it was just such a proud moment for me, and it actually tells me, Joshua, go out there, write more, produce more, and you can actually have your visions into screens.
I will say that we are very blessed with an amazing team. We have such an amazing team. We all get along so well with each other. Nobody's ego is nobody feels like they're bigger than one another. I've never worked with such a group of people that we all just you add somebody to the group, it's everybody just kind of knows what their role is.
You know, Zul, Chris, and everybody on the team has been producing the show for a couple years, I believe, and I came on a little bit later. You know, starting a show, essentially making it in your bedroom and then ending up at Pixar, which I view as the pinnacle of animation, just off the last 30 years of excellence. I think that's a hard thing to argue with.
To see your work be on the screen and see people actually react to it in real time, it's just surreal, and you hope people laugh, and when you hear those laughs, you're like, ah, it's not just me, it's not just us that we think it's funny, it's other people actually enjoy the content.
You know, bring unity to our families. Not only our specific families, but all families from across the world. Even with the Matumbilas, you have people behind the scenes that are not only from Tanzania, from all over the world. And it's now become a family, you know? Doing things for the communities, going out to colleges and talking to the younger kids, talking to the upcoming generation about, you know, why you're doing what you're doing. That's why I feel like that's why we are doing what we're doing. A lot of people, you know, can't say the same thing.
I'm just grateful and thankful for Clay TV for giving us a shot, you know, and just to be able to control our narrative and own our narratives at the same time. And of course, you know, the making of the show wouldn't have been done without the tremendous cast and crew. Everybody that I mentioned, you know, everybody did such a phenomenal job within their roles, and we created a family and created a bondage with one another where it's deeper than just, you know, making each other laugh. You know, it's helping each other out. You know, we're all in the same boat, in the same level, and so we all say, you know what, anything that comes to my fruition, I'm bringing it to you, and vice versa. Any opportunity I see in my end, I'm sending it to you. And of course, you know, my family and you know, people in my family who have supported me, and you know, my parents for not telling me that I needed to become a doctor or a lawyer and think about another career. For them to instill that confidence in me, to believe in me, and to, you know, which is quite rare for many immigrant families, not just African, you know, it's something I never take for granted, and I hope that other families can see that for their children as well. Thank you for everybody for all this support, and we definitely will continue with the support, you know, as we move forward with our journey.
Kwa kuwa watu ni wadogo tuliobakia, lakini wazee wetu walikuwa na majina makubwa. Kwa hiyo hayo majina tumelisi mpaka hivi sasa hivi. Mtu yoyote utakaye muuliza hapo barabarani umefika. Isipokuwa uulize Mtumbila gani unataka, mdogo mkubwa. Kwa hiyo ipangwe siku tutembee, japo kwa mkokoteni tutakwenda humo tulimotokea, mumuone na mumtambue.